Oh yeah, and P.S. If Pedro Pascal is playing Mr. Fantastic, I just want to ask, what's he really fantastic at? Cleaning houses or jumping over the border? And if you got a problem, go complain to your boyfriend.
This is all I got.
Who don't got no bitch? He said,
Man, this shit is garbage.
I could press that nigga like, hey nigga.
What's good, family? I'm back. Now I understand it's been a while, but I do think that this video today will be something that you guys will enjoy. It took a racist, ginger, ugly as shit femboy to bring me out of hibernation. Now I don't believe I need to give you guys any introduction. The moment I play the video, you guys should immediately understand what point I'm finna make about this guy. He's a bitch, he's a lame, he's a grifter, he's racist, he's homophobic, he's...
You're not intellectual, you're a fake and a fraud.
So, the trailer for Fantastic Four First Steps, which is a really stupid name by the way, just dropped.
Dude, your name is Ranting for Vengeance, and at the end of every single video, you have a fuck commie sign. So you are about as much of an edgelord as edgelord can get. I mean, as you guys will continue to watch this guy talk, I mean, this dude is literally just a 14-year-old girl trying to discover her gender in a complicated world. As to the name of the movie being corny, my nigga, you are corny.
Fuck about my face with that advice shit.
And on the internet we've seen some mixed reactions. Some people are loving it and others are justifiably destroying it. So I'm sorry to come in and rain on your parade, but Fantastic Four First Steps looks like total garbage. Nope, this isn't rage bait. I'm not being a contrarian just for the sake of it.
Not a contrarian? I beg to fucking differ, buddy. So here, let's look up the definition of contrarian, shall we? Someone who just pretty much disagrees with popular opinion. No matter what, they play, quote unquote, devil's advocate. But this guy, he doesn't do that. He just rages and shits his fucking britches because they casted a Mexican dude to replace Mr. Fantastic. And for the record, bro isn't even Mexican, like this guy repeats multiple times in the video and makes numerous racist jokes about. He's from Chile. This nigga needs to get a fucking grip.
I'm just pointing out what I see, and what I see is a steaming hot pile of trash. So very quickly, let's just get into how this movie will undoubtedly suck. So the first major offense with this movie is the gender swapped Silver Surfer. If we jump over here, we see that Fantastic Four casts Ozark star Julia Garner as Silver Surfer in gender swapped role that upsets fans. The character of Shala Bal, who nobody heard of and nobody really cares about, reportedly appears as the Silver Surfer in the comics set in an alternate reality. That's the key phrase right there. Alternate reality. It's almost like an excuse that these people use to gender swap and race swap every single thing they can get their hands on.
This ginger femboy, he contradicts himself so fucking much. Within the same fucking 30 seconds, he says Shala Bal, the name of a completely different character that also became a steward of Galactus and got given the powers of the Silver Surfer, and then proceeds to cry and bitch about gender swapping and race swapping. Dude, they are a different character. They are a completely different person. To say, oh, alternate reality, that's an excuse. Motherfucker, they're all different. The Iron Man in the MCU isn't the same Iron Man as in the comics, okay? Like, these are different fucking people that are gonna have different things about them. Why is it so crazy to think that in one universe, some people could just actually eat out of their ass and shit out of their mouth, but a female Silver Surfer who is real in the comics, you guys cry about comic accuracy and originality, but you actually shrivel up and fucking die in the corner whenever you see anything different slash original and from the source material. I swear none of these grifters actually like anything they talk about. Nothing. They're just doing it for views, and in this case, it's fucking failing because this dude's channel is
Garbage.
It's not for the good of the story or the fact that it is an alternate reality. You're just doing it because you want to. And my response is this.
So yes, the creators are creating what the fuck they want to, and yes, it is an alternate universe. What aren't you understanding, bro? Almost all these pieces of superhero media are amongst different universes. Movies within, like the Sony movies, they're garbage, don't get me wrong, you know, Morbius, all that trash. but they are still Marvel characters split amongst different universes. The comics, different universes. I hope through watching this you can already tell he's not doing this for the love of the game. He's doing this for the love of money.
Do not comment. Don't come at me saying it's an alternate universe. How do you not know that? I know that. I just don't care. I don't care if it's a super wormhole, alternate, different planet where everybody has to be race swapped and gender swapped. The people who do this aren't doing it for the sake of it's an alternate reality. They're doing it because they're mentally ill psychos in real life. Speaking of which, we see who's directing the movie, Matt Shakman. Now, I haven't heard of him. He probably directed some crappy film, but reportedly he added Julia Garner to the cast. So it was his decision, basically. And just from looking him up on Wikipedia, we do see that he is of a certain religious or ethnic background.
Get money.
So not only are you racist and misogynist, but you are also anti-Semitic, actually very on brand for you. Now, as I already said, a lot of this stems from the fact that I can already tell he's very insecure about the fact that he's 16, 17, but looks like a 13-year-old girl. But I think the point he's most mad at is that almost all of the ginger characters get swapped to not having ginger hair, and I can already tell this guy is not only a white nationalist, this guy is a proud ginger, and it's hilarious because we all know gingers just don't have fucking souls.
And that leads me into our next point. So you have the Thing in this new Fantastic Four movie. He's probably one of the only good looking parts about the film. Yes, it is CGI, but they're getting the look of the Thing way better and way more accurate to the comics. Saying that is where the comic accuracy really does stop. So the Thing is a famously Jewish character. So of course, to be accurate, they brought in a Jewish actor to play the role. Seems pretty straightforward, right? Well, then we get to kind of, the leader of the team, Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic, the white guy, and he's being played by Pedro Pascal.
Like, who watches this garbage? This content is ass. It's just, how can you watch a fucking transvestite sit up here and cry for 10 minutes straight about a movie that hasn't came out yet with award-winning, Academy-nominated fucking actors that you don't even know? They will probably do a great job. I guarantee this movie will be way better than any Fantastic Four movie we've had. Can we stop fucking pretending like we all used to look back at the old Fox movies and think they were amazing? They had cool moments where they really showed the characters. But bro, those movies were garbage. Everybody knew. Like, those movies were never regarded highly. So let's not pretend.
It's in his name. Amigo, sorry to break it to you, but you're not Reed Richards. I don't care if you really like the character or if you play him well. You're not him. So let's just get a quick summary. So the Jewish character is played by the Jewish guy because we're being so accurate. But the normal white guy, Reed Richards, we can't get just any old normal white actor. We have to bring in Pedro Pascal, where everything he touches turns to woke.
Look, I personally don't really care much for Pedro Pascal, but he's a decent actor. He's been in a few movies I liked, so I really have no issue with his casting. Something he brings up here is that he really likes the comic accuracy, but not when you represent a comic accurate woman. But also, like, I've noticed on his channel, like, one person he said he really liked, Robert Pattinson's Batman. Guess what, bro? Bruce Wayne was born in Gotham. Now, Gotham isn't real, of course, but Gotham is based in America, and Robert Pattinson is a British dude. So what bro, that's inaccurate. That's so inaccurate. Like, what the fuck? See, you would be mad if that's what you actually cared about. If it's not a white man, you just got a problem. I love how the only thing you can compliment here is the Thing, but you don't compliment them because, yeah, they got a Jewish person to play the Jewish character. Clearly you don't like Jewish people, as we've seen with the other guy. It's just because the Thing doesn't have a skin tone. You can't hate him because he's black or because he's a woman or whatever. Look at his channel. He doesn't like superheroes. He hates them.
The Last of Us, a game series that already sucked crap, was adapted into a TV show, and Pedro Pascal, our main Mexican man, got to come in and play Joel, a character who was also white. It's like his job to come in and take a normal white character and just turn him Mexican.
You know, listen up, like, Me personally, I didn't really like The Last of Us show. I thought it was kind of buns. Not because of Pedro Pascal's performance. I just didn't like the pacing. I thought some of the craziest things that happened in the first game weren't exaggerated enough or made as serious feeling enough in the show. And my biggest issue when it comes to casting was fucking Bella Ramsey, specifically for the second season, because she looks goofy as fuck. You serious? To say The Last of Us game is trash, you're free to your opinion, that's fine. Of course you're gonna hate on the show when it's purely fucking adapted off of something you despise. I mean, I don't think this shit was woke at all, and I doubt you could even make an argument for it.
Who'll know the difference? A lot of people will, because you're nowhere near Reed Richards. And just speaking a bit more on Pedro Pascal, if you look at his real life antics, because that's what I'm going to call them, the dude is a little bit of a nut job. So over the years, he has shown himself to be a total and utter psycho when it comes to politics. But outside of the political world, he's also a nut. Because apparently, he has some anxiety condition where when he feels uncomfortable or nervous, he latches onto those around him. And this has given us some absolutely insane moments in the up and coming run to this film coming out.
What? What the fuck? What the fuck is that?
So in all of these mental photos and videos, you can see Pedro Pascal randomly deciding to latch on to Vanessa Kirby like she's his mother or something. She's in the middle of answering a question and this weird Mexican guy wearing like a fluffy pink sweater grabs onto her and just starts holding on for dear life.
So, for one, he isn't just some random Mexican guy. He's her friend. Are you fucking stupid? Secondly, this bottom feeder is trying to really sit up here and make an argument that it's weird for two consenting adults to basically hug each other.
He was fearless.
Boy, you nasty. What the fuck type of nigga is you? Nigga, what the fuck type of nigga is you?
He's a grown man with anxiety. Who cares?
And it's passed off as some condition, like he has anxiety and he has this and he has... Shut up. Shut up. You're a millionaire who gets to be in Marvel movies and Star Wars movies. Stop complaining.
Wow, guys, he figured it out. Who knew that having money and fame could cure a mental illness? You know, hold on one second, bro. I know somebody, okay? I have a friend. His name's Jake. He boards up his windows every fucking night because he is so scared of the people talking in his head. Who would have thought that all I gotta do is tell Jake to get his fucking shmoney up?
Nobody wants to listen to you talk about your politics.
For the record, Marvel is super fucking political. If you just want to look at the movies alone, the ones that even this guy himself regards highly, Civil War literally is called fucking Civil War, and it's because of an official accord, okay? Is it about issues with legislation?
Or your anxiety conditions. Just shut up and act in the movie, you retard. And I'm not entirely alone in my beliefs about this movie. I saw this guy on Twitter that actually had a good thing to say about it.
Any hope you have for the MCU?
Whoa now, buddy. You're not gonna reel that shit back. I absolutely love this technique, alright? It's so fucking subtle, you might have missed it. The way that he says, you know, I actually like this take right here on Twitter, and brings up some probably self-hating black dude that has nothing better to do but complain about a movie that hasn't been created yet and will most likely be better than any fucking Fantastic Four movie we've ever had. It's like he's virtue signaling to his fucking edgy 14-year-old racist audience that, like, hey guys, this is the good one. Like, I know we don't fuck with all the darkies, but I found a good one on Twitter. You know, he agrees with us, so, you know, here's a good one. Like, you're not slick, bro. Like,
that dude actually made a great point, that they're probably gonna pass this off as she was the best person for the role. No, she wasn't. You're telling me you couldn't have gotten a badass bald dude to come in and play the Silver Surfer?
So, for the record, that doesn't mean anything. Not only were they going for a female Silver Surfer, so they're not gonna go for a fucking bald dude. Just because you are a bald dude doesn't mean you are best for the role. I know a couple bald men that I guarantee you wouldn't try to cast as Silver Surfer.
A character that's literally been around for 60 years. But nope, you decide to bring in the alternate universe female version and you cast this girl because she was the best for the role. I don't think so. And the funny part is, even if you take away all the political stuff, the film just doesn't look good. This is supposed to be the first steps, the beginnings to a new Marvel universe. And it just looks mediocre. If you take any other superhero movie from, I don't know, 10 years ago, they're already way more impactful.
Right fucking now, this instance, I need this dude to explain to the class how the fuck can a movie be impactful before it even released. This guy's talking about movies 10 years ago. They have a great impact. My nigga, the movie's not out yet. How impactful do you want 3 trailers to be?
How does a Mexican Reed Richards and a comic inaccurate costume and a gender swapped Silver Surfer correlate to some comic accurate masterpiece? I have the answer. It doesn't. Can people just stop hyping up these movies as if they're going to be the next Iron Man or Spider-Man? When in truth, it's never going to be that, like, ever again. The people making these movies have no care for the characters. That's why they'll throw in a woman to play Silver Surfer, drop in a Mexican guy to play Reed Richards, but then cast a Jewish actor as a Jewish character, so we're perfectly comic accurate.
And there it is. Like, I guarantee, I'm open to any argument, but there is none. You cannot explain to me why the fuck it matters that much. You cannot explain to me how a German character who you wouldn't even know is fucking German if you talk to them must be played by a German actor. Are we not fucking sane? Are we forgetting that it is called acting? Meaning that if a British dude can act out as an American, then he can play an American.
Now, I'm not gonna ask why they did that, but it just proves my point that it's a double standard. To no surprise, this movie is gonna suck. I'm not gonna be watching it, and I'm sure a lot of people out there will be doing the same. And for the people who are gonna consume every second of this and love it, I genuinely think that you do not have a place anywhere near comic books. Oh yeah, and P.S. if Pedro Pascal is playing Mr. Fantastic, I just wanna ask, what's he really fantastic at? Cleaning houses or jumping over the border?
That is absolute dog shit.
You know, we're at the end of this video, and I will say this, coming back to YouTube, this was very fun because this dude made 0 fucking valid points. Nothing he said made any sense, and I debunked it in real time. This guy is what we would call a grifter. He doesn't genuinely care for any of the topics he talks about. He only does it for the money. Look in his channel, not even trying to get him popular, but just look. And you can see it's only negative, him talking about woke shit. If this video does well, I'll do other videos similar and or another video on this fucking femboy. Remember to like, subscribe, and yeah man, always remember, keep your hoes tight.